Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Next Week's Comics Late Night Edition. How you guys doing tonight? Sorry about the delay. I had to play with Lord Floofington, and he was a delight, as usual. Hey, Peter. Hey, Elwolf. Hey, Viking. Hey, nobody. How's everybody doing out there in viewership land? Hope you're all doing awesomely. Yeah, Floofington was telling me about the glories of his adventures and all that. Mostly just asking me for food. So I had to oblige him. And then I had to talk like a child to him. Ooh, y'all God Kenny, stuff like that. You know how it is. Hey, Atheist. Hey, Useless. Hey, BG. Down with the Kitty Overlord. No, he's fuzzy and adorable. You can't overthrow Floofington. He doesn't have any real power anyway. So it'd be a hollow victory. Oh, thanks for retweeting that, Della. So, yeah, not much really going on in the world of comics this week. But I thought we'd look at next week's books. Wish my heart could handle this coke I snort. Oh, well, that is a problem. Atheist, yeah. Hey, Evolved, how you doing? Hey, Nico. All right, so let's take a look at next week's books. We'll start with DC because we can. As soon as this decides to load. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah. Well, I forgot the most important thing. I am really bad at this streaming business. I forgot to whore myself out. Pin that comment. Should have done that earlier. I haven't eaten today. I had a really long day. I have to go buy a new car battery tomorrow, so that'll be exciting. All right, let's look at next week's books. Oh boy, Batman Fear State with super awesome Miracle Molly. Look at that. Oh wow. No thanks. Stupid character. Peacekeeper 1. I don't care about this fucking Future State storyline nonsense. It's dumb. It's pretty lazy on top of that. Batman versus Bigby. That might be okay. I don't know. Bill Willingham is a decent writer, so it's probably fine. I'm just not into Fables very much. Not whoring enough. Yeah, I'm bad at it. I don't really know what I'm doing. Getting new car batteries sucks. Yeah. Oh, I got stranded at Walmart. That's why I was late for Monkey Stream. Because I got stuck out at the Walmart and they had closed by the time because they were closing up as I was leaving. I was so pissed off because it starts to turn over and then it just dies. So I thought it was the alternator. And I know this is a story that nobody wants to hear or cares about, but it pissed me off. So I'm going to rant about it for a second. So then I get out and check it, and it doesn't look like it's the alternator. The belts do need replaced, whatever. The car's old. And then I try and jump it with the little jumper box that I've got. That didn't work, although it did seem to help a little bit. So I had to call somebody to come out and help me because I needed to actually use another car. And I didn't have jumper cables because I'd cleaned my car out, and I was like, nah, I don't need these. I got a little jump box thing. Nope, I'm an idiot. So one of my buddies had to come out and he had to swing by my place to pick up my jumper cable. So he had to come out, get the key, drive over to my house, come back, and the cables didn't work. So he had to go over to, what was it, Meyer store, a little ways away, and buy a set of jumper cables so he could come back to Walmart to jumpstart my car. I was so fucking pissed. And then he followed me home, and I felt bad taking him away from his wife. He was doing stuff, but oh man, I was irritated. And it's going to cost me like $100 to replace the car battery. So he's going to take me over to get a car battery probably early next week because I can't do it. I can't afford it until then. So I was all pissed off. So that's why I've been whoring myself today. Yeah, Viking, I have shit luck with vehicles. I was lucky to be at a Walmart because last time this happened, I was at, what the fuck was I, like dollar store or something, and there were no outside lights. It's in a sketch neighborhood. It was a Dollar General, that's what it was. And the only thing nearby was a restaurant that was equally sketch, but I went over there and hung out until somebody came to get me. Man, that sucked balls. So yeah, that's the kind of day I had. Yeah, BG, you're not wrong there. Yeah, oh Wolf, I have that problem too. Man, blind dates are the worst too. And don't online dating sucks balls. Everybody puts fake photos up of what they looked like 15 years ago and 100 pounds lighter. And there's all kinds of crazy chicks and drug addicts and stuff. The last blind date I had, she asked me for money, and then she ended up leaving when I said no. She had her ex-boyfriend show up and pick her up, and she waited till after we ate, of course. Batteries used to be 79 for 3. Yeah, absolutely, atheist. It's a giant ripoff. It's a scam. I did price check like some reasonable mid-range batteries, and it's gonna cost me like $110, which I suppose isn't bad by today's standards, but I just don't want to do it. It's too much fucking money, and that's gonna, I have a very thin margin as it is. Yeah, sorry, Viking. I am a little bent out of shape today. Yeah, basically faithless. Yeah. That's how I took it too. She told me all about how she was in Narcon and the Narcotics Anonymous. And oh boy, I have so many horrible dating stories. And she was all proud of that too. Like, I'm in rehab. Well, I'm glad you're in rehab, but this is not first date material. Yeah, atheist, that doesn't surprise me either. No wonder everything's so fucking expensive. And you know where those batteries I probably need are? On a fucking cargo ship out by Los Angeles that can't get into port. Ugh. Not really the time or place. I understand. Yeah, Wolf might do that. But anyway, back to comics, and enough of me complaining about my personal life. Batman versus Bigby's probably fine if you like Fables. I didn't particularly care for that series. I know, like, Quiz loved it a lot, and a lot of people seem to have it in high regard. It just wasn't my thing. I thought it was a little pretentious. But I'm sure this is fine. The art looks really good. Batman, Catwoman, I'm not buying that because it's Tom King. End of story. I won't support anything Tom King does. He's a douchebag. And most comic creators are, but he really got under my skin for some reason. Probably because he treats Batman like his therapy journal. I think he thinks he is Batman, so there's that too. Black Manta, great cover. The book sucks, and the interior art kind of sucks too. And that's an homage to a different cover anyway, so. Catwoman, Fear State. Not buying any of these Fear State books, DC. These stupid crossovers are lame. Catwoman, Lonely City. I don't care. The art looks like shit, too. It's got that cartoony art. Diana, Princess of the Amazons. They are really trying hard for this, like, Steven Universe tween market that doesn't exist because it's a bunch of, like, 25-year-olds that think they're 13. Far Sector. This character is totally unlikable in this book. And the author is not a very good writer, shall we say. The art is mostly okay, though. Green Lantern, I'll probably pick that up. I've been doing Green Lantern on the Patreon. And, yeah, if you want to see those reviews, you got to give me $1 a month. Nightwing, Fear State. That art looks kind of lazy. This monochrome color look here, really pretty lazy, especially with these like peach colors. If it was black and white, maybe, or grayscale. But why does her fupa look huge? Nubia and the Amazons, that could be good. They've replaced Hippolyta because they got to get rid of all the white people. That could be good because Nubia historically is a good character, but I don't have any faith in this one. Did I close that other tab? Oops, I did. So this is written by Vita Ayala and Stephanie Williams. Stephanie Williams isn't a bad writer, but Vita Ayala is one of the most overrated writers in comics. She really only seems to have a job because she is non-binary queer, I think is how she says it. But she's a token because she's very mediocre. She could be a good writer, but she won't put the work in, and she seems to think she's a better writer than she is. And everybody just throws projects at her, and they never turn out very well. They're all very, very mediocre. If Stephanie Williams is pulling the brunt of the weight on this, it might be good, but I don't think she's going to. So I'm going to pass on that one. Refrigerator full of heads, don't care, and I'm waiting for Gail Simone to whine about that, but I think this is a Joe Hill book. Yeah, it's one of the Joe Hill imprint, so he's got enough progressive credit. I'm sure it won't be mentioned. Scooby-Doo, that'll be a good one. The Scooby-Doo book's been pretty solid. Shazam, I'll pick that up because it's the final issue of the miniseries, and I have the first 3, even though I haven't gotten around to reading them yet. So why not one more? Suicide Squad, I don't care about this book at all. Although it does have Ambush Bug, which could be cool, but it's not going to be. Superman, Son of Kal-El, I don't fucking care about this character at all. Flash has been pretty good. I'll probably check that out. I'm a couple issues behind, and I want to kind of get caught up before I plunk down the money, so that'll be an impulse buy. Wonder Woman Day book. I don't think any of the shops around me are doing the Wonder Woman Day stuff, but that's a free issue. And frankly, she looks kind of bitchy here. Wonder Woman Tempest Toss. I'm not going to get that. More woke crap. And that's really all there is from DC. So for all the Batman books that should be good, I'm not buying any of them. Sad. I'm going to get Green Lantern and probably the Flash and Shazam. So yeah, that's it. Pretty weak on the selections there. Yeah, there's some decent covers, but this is a weak cover, but the interior art is going to be about the same, so it's at least consistent. And this at least has action. This is just a pose. This is a pinup. This is something that in the old days they'd put in the back of the book so you could rip it out and hang it on your wall. This looks like it has some action. Even this boring-ass cover has some action, or at least there's a light coming down, some God's flashlight on the Kent house. But it's implied action. This one has action, but this is boring. So fuck that noise. All right. Let's get into the new comics. We'll start with everyone's least favorite, Image. How's it going, Lesser? Hey, Jim. How y'all doing? Hope you're all doing exciting and awesome on this late night impromptu. All right, we got Ant, don't care. Deadly Class, don't care. Department of Truth, really don't care. Destroy All Monsters, nope, don't care. It's not like the Godzilla book or anything. It's just stupid shit. Comic book lettering guide. You write shit down. How's that? Is that really a $17 book? That seems like a 10-minute YouTube video. Gunslinger Spawn. I am going to check this out. The character looked pretty cool. I'll get the Brett Booth cover because I like his art. Unfortunately, the interior art. He is doing the art, but it lists Philip Tan and Kevin Keane in here as the artists as well. So I don't know if Booth is just doing the cover or what. McFarlane's been doing a lot of inks lately, and that makes me wonder if maybe his arthritis or something isn't kicking in because he's in his 50s now. But it looked interesting. I'll check that out. The little preview they gave you in Spawn's universe really didn't tell you jack shit about this character, but he looks cool, and it looks like a Western. Like in that backup story, you got hit with a bunch of arrows. So that could be interesting. So I'll check that out. Bunch of variant covers, unfortunately. Hack Slash, I don't care about that. Hellcop, cool title, but it looks boring. Ice Cream Man, I think that's a very overrated series. Second print of King Spawn. Dude, every comic shop I've been to in the last month has plenty of King Spawn #1 first print. King Spawn #3, I'll probably pick that up. Nita Hawes Nightmare blog, I don't give a shit about that. Luther Strode, don't care. Paper Girls, don't care. Summoner's War, looks dumb. Time Before Time trade paperback, dumb, bad art. Could have been an interesting story, but the art is dog shit, and the Story is just kind of mediocre. Not bad. Good. Okay, buttons are hard. All right, Dark Horse Comics. Art of Far Cry 6. If you're real into that game, maybe you'll dig that for $40. It's hardcover at least. Complete American Gods, $125. No, thank you. Critical Role, Tales of Somebody. I don't give a fuck about Critical Role. They seem to be very overrated from what I've looked at of them. And they're pretty woke, so no thank you. Cyberpunk 2077. Where's Johnny? I don't know. I've got like one random issue of one of the miniseries. The interior art didn't look that impressive. Like so many of Dark Horse's books, they've gone way downhill. Their paper quality is really trashed lately. Past couple of years, their stuff has just been really low end. Deliver. I don't know what is that a woman? Why does she have a receding hairline? Oh, she's got a do-rag on. When the door to a living dungeon surfaces in the tiny hamlet of Odd Goat, village girl, something nobody can pronounce, has two choices: abandon the only home she's ever known to carpetbaggers and sell swords, or carve out a place for herself and her family in this new dangerous world of delving. Oh my god, this sounds like somebody's D&D character. Does it take place? Where does this take place? Hamlets are usually European, like German usually. So is she supposed to be German? She doesn't look very German. Or is she one of those Boers I hear about? This looks fucking dumb. No thanks. Not interested. Dragon Age. Don't care. Elegant Spirits. Tale of Genie and Fairies. I don't know what that is. It's not really my thing. I'm not really into that. Exo Legend of Whale Williams. I don't care. Halo graphic novel. This has been reprinted several times over the years. It has kind of a painted look. It's probably fine. I've never read it. I had a copy at one point. Never read it. Didn't have any interest in Halo at the time. Killer Queens. Don't care. That looks really dumb. Kingdom Hearts character files hardcover. If you're real into Kingdom Hearts, I'm sure that's fine. Masters of the Universe Revelations number 4. Ugh. Issue 2 was so laughably dumb. Like there's obviously a directive because the writer on the book, I've seen and read his work before, and he's not bad. And there's clearly some talent behind the story they're trying to tell, but it seems like they have to hit certain markers, and it really limits the book. So I don't think that's going to work. Plus, the whole origin story of Skeletor being a skull-headed race of people was fucking dumb. Orville, I don't give a shit about that show. RuneScape, first 20 years. I'm sure that's fine. Another illustrated book. They've been doing a lot of these lately. I don't know what that's all about. Hey, Evil Ferret. So, gentrification allegory comic? Yeah, pretty much. One of them Somali Germans. Yeah, must have been a rather new edition, shall we say. Harrow County. That's really not for me. I don't care. So I don't think anything from Dark Horse. IDW, we've got Bermuda. I don't give a shit about that book. D&D Mindbreaker. That might be okay. I don't know. I haven't been reading their D&D stuff. I've heard pretty decent reviews, but this Ghostbusters Men in Black Ecto-Terrestrial Invasion. This is a board game. It's been getting good early reviews. So crossover with the Ghostbusters and Men in Black could be really interesting. 1 to 4 players, each controls a team of 1 Ghostbuster and 1 Men in Black agent to defend New York, trap ecto-terrestrials, and complete scenarios. While using the latest weaponry and gadgets, all teams must work together to defeat the alien forces, but only one team can be the best, so it's a mostly co-op game. 42 miniatures, plus 5 large boss miniatures. Yeah, $125. It's about 75 minutes, 14 and up. So unfortunately, I don't have any other pictures, but the early reviews I read on that made it sound pretty good. So My Little Pony Generations #1, $4. That's their new pony series. Looks like it's going to be woke. Sleeping Beauties is still going on. This book has been going for like 2 years. I don't know why there was such a delay in between issues, but the story looked like it might be good, but I didn't like the art in issue 1, and I just kind of forgot about it and didn't care. And it didn't really catch me. Hey, Gorbag, how you doing, man? Hey, Ginger. So I didn't stick with it, but a couple people I've talked to have said it's pretty good, but I don't really trust their judgment because they look stinky. So Star Wars Ghost of Vader's Castle, again, that's supposed to be okay, but it's wrapping up. And they lost the Star Wars license, so unfortunately IDW won't be doing that anymore. Because their Star Wars stuff hasn't been too bad. I read Weapon of the Jedi issue 1. The art was tragically horrendous, but it wasn't that bad. I'm overstating that. But the story was actually not bad. It was just a 2-parter, too. They did a Han Solo one I've got the issues for as well, but I haven't read it yet. But the IDW stuff's been pretty decent from what I've been hearing and what I've read. It's not bad. It's better than Marvel's. Usagi Yojimbo, I'm absolutely going to buy that. It's issue 5 of the 6-issue miniseries for Dragon Bellow Conspiracy. I will totally buy that. Then we get to Marvel. Don't care about their Alien book. Spider-Man 75 poster. I'm not buying that. These epic collections are great. This one has Spider-Man 86 through 104. It's the death of Captain Stacy. Real good storyline. It's definitely aimed at younger kids, like middle school and up. So if you have someone that wants to read comics, this would be a good gift for them, especially if they're a big Spider-Man fan. Some of the language is going to be dated because, he's going to sock hops and stuff like that. 60s kind of lingo. But it's got some good stories that are really classic. Daredevil Halloween comic extravaganza. That's going to be one of the shop things that you're going to be kind of hit and miss on whether people have it. Yeah, I've heard the G5's getting them pretty woke with the ponies. So good luck with that, L Wolf, and all the people that like the show out there, because it's Orange Man bad sickness from what I could tell. Last comic they had Mace Windu, they made him. Yeah, they totally made him look like a racist caricature. That was horrific. Death of Doctor Strange, I don't give a shit about that. They've been fucking up characters for years now. I've lost a lot of interest in anything modern Marvel. I've just been spending the $4 buying back issues here and there. Like I'll go through a dollar bin and pick up some beat up Marvel 2-in-1s for $1 and read those instead, because you could get some really good back issues for like $4 a piece. And not even bat an eye. Yeah, they're old. Yeah, they're kind of beat up and yellowed. So what? The new stuff's not worth the paper it's printed on, and that paper's lower quality. Fake Hawkeye extravaganza. I don't give a fuck about that at all. Iron Man. This collects the 2020 series, so it's probably not very good. I think I only read the first issue of that, and it was so incredibly boring. And Hellcat giving him lectures, stupid. Marvel Voices Community poster. Yeah, this is all the Latino heroes. So this is a really shitty poster, actually. What is this file folder down here doing? And why is there so much dead space making her leg look really, really huge? Your eyes drawn here, down to her big foot, and this weird folder thing. All this dead space here could have been cut out. You should move this over here and put another character right in here to eliminate some of this, or moved everything down a little and just trimmed some off the top. But we got fake Nova, we got fake Spider-Man. Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider's interesting, but he's more Ghost Driver. White Tiger, whatever her name is. Reptile, fucking stupid character. I think, is that supposed to be a portal punching idiot? And Sunspot. She's not even Puerto Rican, she's an alien. Whatever, stupid. Bunch of stupid garbage. Do you know Lone Wolf and Cub? Oh yeah, I read a couple issues when I was a kid. We got them at a garage sale or something, so I didn't have any context. But I remember seeing the movies, and I liked those as a kid. Now looking at them, they're really cheesy. But yeah, Lone Wolf and Cub was good. Miles Morales, I don't give a shit about Miles Morales. Fucking hate that character. He's lazy. Just more shameless pandering. Tomb of Dracula. These are actually pretty well done for the era. Way more mature than you would think. Miss Marvel poster. You're gonna sell like 10 of those. Fuck off. Phoenix Song Echo. I don't give a shit about Echo. Or the fact that she's got the Phoenix power. That's really dumb. Look at that cover too. Look at this shit. What is this crap? It's not even in the margins all the way. Like half her ear is cut off over here, and over here this is trimmed. The fuck, you lazy bastards. Now they're playing it up because she is American Indian, and but they could have at least given her a neck. Like they have to give like stereotypical things all the time. The feathers, headdresses, that sort of shit. They've always got to be like, oh look, she's a minority. Nobody gives a shit, dude. Just make the character interesting. Star Wars High Republic crap. So that's garbage. This first issue was such total dog shit. I was so mad I paid money for it. Strange Academy don't care. Thor don't care. The contradictory covers. Look at this. You got Frog Thor. Thorg. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And I guess that he's in this issue. But then you have the other cover, which is not of Thorg. And it's just regular Thor. This cover is actually pretty cool, I think. Bright colors, but no, fuck off. The United States of Captain America, they really hate Captain America over at Marvel because they hate America. Venom poster, that actually looked kind of cool. X-Men Trial of Magneto, I don't give a fuck about any X-Men books anymore. So yeah, really nothing from Marvel I'm gonna pick up. Yeah, nothing. See another stupid head photo. That looks like somebody jizzed on his chin. The Amazing Spider-Man book's about the only thing that's really interesting there. Dynamite, Betty Page. Don't know anything about it. Elvira, $50 coin. You want a 50-cent piece with a sticker on it? $23 or $30. My bad. Purgatory #1. That's probably fine. Red Sonja, black and white. I don't care. That covers shit. Look at this crap. What is that? What are you doing? Lazy Art Deco from the 20s? I mean, a little bit of detailing would be good, you guys. Would you throw this together in 10 minutes and you spent half that time on the hands? Like, the hands have more line work than the fucking body. Ugh. Pathetic. The cosplay cover's probably the winner on that one. So nothing from them. I might consider the Purgatory one if I don't see anything else that I really want. Dune, I'll probably pick that up because I've got every other fucking issue I haven't read yet. Eat the Rich, stupid. They're doing these in like little 4-issue books, and it's such a cash grab. They're hardcover, but still $25. It's bad enough the single issues are $5. Yeah, BG, I'm waiting for them to get in trouble for that. Hey, Pete, how you doing, man? I'm doing okay. I was just bitching about my car earlier. You missed that boring tirade. Oh, hey, Dangerous. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We have to start going a little earlier because we're kind of getting shafted when we go late by the algorithm. Port Aurelian, you're not wrong. Like cheese is a bad thing. It's totally wheelhouse for your movie taste. I do love cheese. Some of the slapper after eating yellow Cheetos, right? ABC Warriors or Rogue Troopers. I don't know what ABC Warriors is, but Rogue Trooper, the old Twilight 2000 thing, or are you talking 40K? Oh, great. I'm glad you're good, doing well, Pete. All right, so where was I? I am really all over the place today. Kind of tired, all pissed off about the car battery. R.L. Stein, I don't give a fuck about R.L. Stein. That I'm way too old for that shit. Ma, no. Origins, don't care. Something is Killing the Children deluxe slipcase hardcover. You might get half a story arc. Ugh, took fucking forever to get anywhere. Now remember, if I end up dropping, just hang around. I'll be back. Where am I still live? What's going on? All right. On to everything else. We've got. I don't fucking know what this is, but it looks creepy. Okay, if you saw this on the basement wall, an unfinished basement, and they had like concrete walls and they had this image up, wouldn't you think there were dead children buried under the floor? Like that they had backhoed that entire basement at some point and there's like 10 kids buried under there? Because this is kind of weird art. I don't like it. Makes me nervous. But it's probably for kids. So, but it's by Oni Press, which is weird because they don't really do kid stuff. Archie, 80 Years of Christmas, that'll be safe. Archie stuff is always consistent. So even if it's not something I want to read, it's generally accessible by most age groups. They've gotten away a lot from their like horror theme stuff for some reason, which I don't know why. That stuff was selling. But I think it's because the president got forced out. That's that stupid fox that yells a lot on Netflix. Oh, no, that's fucking dumb. Hey, Demon. Hey, sir. Oh, good. Glad you're listening. All right, so Archie. It's pretty consistently decent. They do have a couple more gay characters. I don't really give a fuck about any of that crap. They're not super woke. They're just so way of saying politically correct woke to the point of like, well, this is something we have to do to not get harassed. But everything otherwise is they're not shoving anything down anyone's throat, literal or figurative, so I'm fine with it. Asadora, I don't know what that is. Attack on Titan, I don't read any of these, but everybody says this series is pretty popular. I guess it's good, I don't know. Banana Fox, that better be a kid's book. I think it is. Graphics chapters is usually kid stuff, so fine. Beyond the Breach, good title, stupid book. Black Beacon, I'm not supporting heavy metal. Burn the Witch, don't care, no. Chariot, $10 trade paperback from Artist Rights and Artisans, so you'll probably be able to find it cheaper, but if you're gonna check it out, always wait for the trades from these guys, otherwise you're paying twice as much as you need to. Clans of Bellari, I'm not interested. Cracking, don't care. Czarface, great title. Czar is Born. I don't like the art and just doesn't really catch me, so I'm not getting that. Death and Sparkles, don't care. Death by Life, stupid. Dynamic Forces, there's only one entry for Dynamic Forces, so. Dragon Kingdom, Renly, I don't know anything about that. Eden Zero manga, even though we're adults, that's some awesome translation grammar. Whatever that is. 7 Seas, so that's manga, obviously. I don't like the cover. It's stupid looking. Everything is super. That cover's way better. Fan fiction inspired by true events. It's written by Brett Spinner. Is that Brett Spiner from Star Trek? Yeah. So if you're real into Star Trek, here's a memoir from Data for $30. St. Martin's Press, so that'll be in the mainstream bookstores as well. Fight Girls, don't care. Full Metal Alchemist, A New Beginning. Did we need a new beginning? Gigant, don't care. Grim Spotlight, Cinderella versus Zombies. I'm actually passing on this one. I don't really care for the Cinderella stuff or the a lot of the grim fantasy stuff that's not modern day. So I don't usually get those. I've heard the Oz stuff is pretty decent, but it's all this like they aged up the chicks so they're not being perverts. But I'm not going to get that one. Gun Hunting, I'll probably pick that up. I've got the first issue here. A lot of the crime noir stuff from Titan is actually really good, surprisingly. They're just little miniseries. Max Allen Collins does some work for them occasionally. So this one looked pretty interesting. Like I said, I got the first issue, so I'll probably pick that one up. Yeah, Dave from Star Trek. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. This is I think a new Full Metal Alchemist, not the original. Best-selling novels featuring original stories, somewhere storyline. Yeah, so it looks like these are actual books, not. It's by Viz though. Usually they do manga, but it says featuring original stories with these best-selling novels. So those must be novels. Are they banging? Are they going to bang? Because I think the robot's going to ruin her, so the kid should go first. I know it's a guy's soul in a suit of armor. It's his brother. I know. I've seen like 5 episodes. I don't remember them, but I remember minor things about them. Harry Potter Magical Year illustration book. I think this is a reprint, isn't it? I've seen something like this, and the art's really good in it. Her Royal Highness seems to be angry. Yeah. Aren't they always? Heroic Legend of Arslan. Cover's not bad. Focus more on the lion, less humans. Hollow Heart, stupid. Horse Trouble, stupid art. Look, I fucking hate this style of art. That is so lazy looking. First, second book, it's for kids, so I guess that's okay, but lazy looking art. How Do We Relationship? That's clearly manga. Howling Snow Kung Fu Fable. All right, well, your title caught my interest. For 100 years, Fox roamed the land in human form. Once a formidable swordsman and master of the mystic arts, he is now a disenchanted soul in constant search of pleasure and distraction. Oh, I do that too. But all that changes when Fox encounters a demon wolf, fueled by an intense rage that threatens to shatter Fox's fragile peace. Now, Fox must reawaken his slumbering fighting spirit and find balance between the animal, human, and supernatural realms in this beguiling and gorgeous one-shot comic. Also features variant cover by Queenie Niz, something I can't pronounce. I don't know. It's not really my thing, but I guess that might be interesting to somebody. Rusty seconds. I understand the culture more or less. Oh, you guys are having a conversation between yourselves. Just love helping out Matt and Blood. Yeah, they're cool people. So to miss out on Monk. At least it was something else I love doing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they seem like really nice people too. Although Blonde might be my new spirit animal because she has 0 fucks, and I respect that greatly. Drudisky Library. That art looks okay. Kingdom of Z. Is the Z boobs? Because her chin is resting on those giant boobs. Kiruru, kill me. That's manga. Another light. No, I don't know what that is. That looks like porn. Lady Death, luscious leather set, 3 count, $35. Little out of my league, guys. Lady Death, Pirate Lost Souls, gold foil, $25. No, look, I'll pick up a Lady Death book for like $4 or $5 new. Fine. It's well written, and she's drawn really hot. Whatever. But the stories do tend to be much more classic comic book storytelling, which I think is why Brian Pulido has succeeded so well with those. So I don't have a problem paying like $4 or $5 for it. Maybe 6 if I'm feeling super generous, but 25 is way out of line. No, thank you. Love and Focus Complete Collection, don't care. Mega Classics Romeo and Juliet. Just watch the movie. Manu, that art looks like shit. Again, it looks like a kid's book. But look at that. That's horrifying. That creeped me out as a kid, those big boogly eyes. Ugh. Available in softcover and hardcover, because that's what you needed. Was to pay an extra $12 for that shitty art. Maria Lovett's Porcelain. I don't care about that book at all. Marshmallow and Jordan. That kid's name is Marshmallow? Weird. Same thing. This one art looks better though. I think these are kids' books. First, second books usually does kids' books, so it's probably fine. Monster Guild Dark Lord's No Good Comeback. That's actually not a bad title. It's anime, manga stuff, so I'm going to pass. Miss Marvel Stretched Thin. Don't give a shit about Miss Marvel. Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales Cold War. Not interested. I'm sure it's fine. Never Never. Don't care. Number 5. Don't care. That cover's kind of boring. It probably looks better close up, but I'm going to pass. No Guns Life. No Guns? That sounds like a sad life. Not All Robots. Don't give a shit. Nugget and Dog. I think that's a kid's book. Whatever. Out of Body Experience. I don't care. Oaksy. Don't care. Pass Me By. Looks dumb. Peter Grill and Philosopher Time. Cover's a little busy, but at least that has a bunch of people on it. So it's manga. It's probably fine. I don't fucking know anything about manga. Unicorn Playlist. That cover's fucking dumb. Porn Basket. They couldn't even show you the cover. Possessive number 3. I am going to buy this. So this guy moves into a haunted house. And the ghost kills people. And it bit off his finger in the first issue. But he ends up falling in love with the ghost. So there's that. It looks really fun. I haven't read the first issue yet. I've just kind of flipped through it, but it looks pretty fun. So I'm going to get that because I've got issues 1 and 2 sitting here. Pup Detectives. I don't give a fuck about that. The Shadow Man trade paperback. This series has actually been pretty good. A lot better than the previous Shadow Man series. Not as good as the original. But I've been enjoying this. They don't do a great job introducing you to the character. But if you're looking for a reasonable read with like a horror theme, you could do worse than this. So for $15, it's not a bad deal. I don't think it's horrifyingly good like CBR says, but covers the first 4 issues, $4 a piece. It's actually $1 cheaper to get the trade. And I haven't seen any of these in the back issue bins for like $1 yet. So they're usually like $3. So that's about what you'd pay for it. Short Order Crooks, don't care. Small World, I don't even fucking know what that is. Stud and the Blood Blade, no, not interested. Tales of Terror Quarterly Halloween Special, that's probably fine. Like I've said before, Zenoscope produces some good stuff. It's just a little overpriced. Say it's a kid's book. I die a little inside. I hate when people cut corners because it's just for kids. Kids deserve more effort. Yeah, that's how you get them to stay in the medium. Hey, Keever Dam. Yeah, because if you show them beautiful art, they will stay. Peter Grill's Borderline Schmidt. Bite off his finger and he falls in love. Did you publish a comic book about you and your ex-girlfriend? No, shockingly. Although they did kind of look alike. How's it going, Keever? That wolf boy is mine. Okay, you can have him. Yeah, these are $9. It's overpriced, but I'll cut Zenoscope a little slack because you are going to get more of your money's worth. This has 72 pages for $9. Marvel's Avengers title is only 20 pages, and they want $4 for that. Rumor is it's going to be $5 soon, so yeah. Valkyrie Saviors number 3, I'm going to pick that up. That's a Patriotica spin-off book, and I've got the first 2 issues. Veronica Revenge, I might get that because I would really like him to bring back Jaguar God, but Danzig's working on this with Simon Beasley, so the art is pretty awesome. I do like Simon Beasley's work, and that cover looks badass. I'm not a huge fan of this character, but I really wish he'd bring back Jaguar God. I really like that book. So I'll definitely pick that up. I'll have to special order that. Visitor, that book sucks. It's fucking trash. Waffle lot of narwhal and gel. I don't give a fuck. We Are the Smurfs. We are all Smurfs here. No, thank you. I don't care about the Smurfs. Why is everybody yelling growing up my immigrant family? What is with the lazy art style? Like, fucking hire an artist if you're not an artist. What is this shit? Seriously, did you color this in 3rd grade? Like, that guy looks like a... Well, it kind of looks like Boogie, but I was going to say Diddler. And there's Mussolini, and there's this Catholic priest with a pride flag. Equal rights. No, I don't give a fuck about your family, lady. I don't. I give 0 fucks about your family. Wings of... It's probably boring. Wings of Fire. Cool title. Don't know anything about it. World's End Harem Fantasia. It's got harem, so it's going to be a sexy book. Let's see what kind of books are throwing out here. Avatar Last Airbender novel set. Batman's World. That's a kid's book. Dracula original hardcover graphic novel. I can't read. That'll probably be pretty cool, actually. The Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein, if you ever get a chance to check that out, it's the Frankenstein book, but with illustrations by Bernie Wrightson, and they are fucking amazing. I'm sure all the images are online, so if you get a chance to check it out, I would absolutely recommend it. I had a chance to pick it up one time for real cheap, and I didn't, and I've been angry at myself ever since. Yeah, there's a lot of lazy political BS books, dude. World's End Harem has a lot of sex scenes. It's a good read. Nice. All right. Now we're going to get into some newsy time. But first, we're about halfway through the show, so you know what that means. This is a good time to shill like a dirty, dirty whore. So if you'd like to support the show and help me buy a new car battery, there's my Streamlabs link. Or you could go over to the Teespring store and pick yourself up my awesome new logo glass that I'm not going to stop shilling because it is awesome looking. Or you get a neck gaiter or any of the other dozens and dozens of things available in the store. Yeah, 2 different types of masks. Got logo t-shirt. We got stickers of my OC. Bunch of other shirts. Something in there for everyone. I am working on a new Roll for Sanity logo. So that I'll have shirts for that eventually. I'm thinking of keeping the gear motif because I kind of like that. So there's that. Yeah, Pete, 16 ounces. I thought it came out really well. I'm excited to see. A couple people have bought them, and I'm hoping to get some positive feedback because I really want them to be good. I wish they had shot glasses, though. I don't give a fuck about your family. Hey, Evil Fair, I will write that down right now. Yep, I will get on that as soon as I can. I got a couple other design things I got to work on. I'm going to add some more stuff to Teespring. Yeah, sorry, Pete. That's probably 100% true. They look real. Oh, don't worry about it, Elwolf. I just got shill because this is how I've been paying the bills. My savings is running out because I've been burning through it because of stupid car batteries. All the other bullshit. I got to fix the brakes too, but I already paid for that. Buddy of mine's going to do it. All right, let's run over to Dicebreaker and take a look at what they got. How's the kitty? Oh, he was a little bit needy today, and he wanted to yell at me because I didn't feed him quick enough. That's why I was late for the stream, because I had to feed him, and then he demanded head pats and love. And I was like, "Oh, you don't get it, cute." And he was like, "Meow, pet me more, bitch." And I was like, "Okay." Brand of Sacrifice tattooed on my chest the other night. Oh, wow. That sounds painful. Cool. And talk about 16 ounces of shot glass for Australians. Oh, that might be true. Apparently in Britain, a pint is 20 ounces. They use a different measuring system. I think it's called Imperial. So when we say pint glass, we mean 16.6, I think it is. But apparently over in the UK and probably Australia, it's 20 ounces. Want to delay by a few minutes. Good night, all. Oh, have a good one, Gorback. It's always good to see you, man. And have a good night. Hey, Buster. Yeah, I got a couple of the masks because you can order samples and stuff, and they're not much cheaper, quite honestly. But the masks were actually really nice quality. I was impressed that they were really soft. I thought they'd be total trash, but they were actually some of the best masks I've ever bought. I'll put a cat pickup on. Oh, nice. Well, it feels like getting jabbed with multiple needles 1,000 times, right? Well, I'm not a big needle person, so tattoos are kind of out of for me. Metric ounces for fluids as well. Yeah, metric. Fuck metric. Sounds like some king's nonsense. We use the measurement of the king's feet, and that's the way it stands. So Brian Goldner, CEO of Hasbro, has passed away. He got a cancer diagnosis in 2014. I didn't know this, but yeah, he died. Died 2 days after going on medical leave. So he's been working the entire time. The company announced on October 12th. So yeah, this just happened. Goldner was previously diagnosed with cancer in 2014 and has been receiving treatment since. Cause of death was not given. I'm pretty sure it was cancer, you fucking halfwits. He was only 58. So the board member and marketing executive Rich Stoddart has recently replaced him as the interim CEO. Probably will be for the foreseeable future. Joined Hasbro in 2000 shortly after its acquisition of Wizards of the Coast in 99, before becoming CEO in 2008 and chairman of the board in 2015. Under his leadership, the company saw record success for Dungeons & Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and more. Both Magic and Monopoly saw their biggest year in 2020. And that's not untrue because people have been home and had a lot of time to get back into hobbies. And I still don't see many Magic cards around. And even Walmart sells the DMG and Player's Handbook and Monster Manual now. So this guy innovated quite a lot of getting those hobbies out there. Unfortunately, that's led to them getting taken over. And I think, unfortunately, with his passing, we're going to see more woke shit in D&D. Yeah, he also oversaw the D&D movie. As much as that sucked, he still did get a movie made. Live action D&D series and Magic the Gathering Netflix series all currently in production. Yeah, the new D&D movie I don't really give a fuck about. The TV series for Netflix I could care less about. But it's probably good for Hasbro to diversify a little bit. So yeah, he passed away. Remember, Hasbro owns a ton of stuff. Largest company in games and puzzles market, which is predicted to cross $12 billion in value during 2021. So, yep. Rest in peace, Brian. Cancer is a shit way to go. Yeah, the last gatekeeper's out the door, man. For the Pope could make the C word go nuts. Yeah, that won't surprise me. I had to get the jab to go see my mom, and I'm a little concerned about that. I have a long family history of cancer. D&D's going woke hurt me. I grew up playing that. I know, right? But the glory days are behind us, but you can still get the old stuff reprinted and on digital through Drive-Thru RPG. So there's always the hope that they'll bring Star Frontiers back through TSR. I really hope they didn't give up because they're probably our last chance to get some classic gaming style, but with new product. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. All right, let's see here. Well, we'll get this story out of the way because I really don't want to talk about it. DC Comics confirms gay Superman. There he is smooching with this pink-haired dude. I thought that was a chick when I first saw this picture, and I was like, "Where are their mouths?" DC Comics finally comes out and confirms Superman will be gay in the comic books. Jonathan Kent finds his identity in Son of Kal-El #5, which follows former DC Comics Green Lantern artist Ether Van Sciver first revealing the news a couple months ago. This is from Cosmic Book News. They've been fairly reliable. Press release, which can be read below, includes art of Superman kissing Jay Nakamura. As Earth's new Superman comes out as bisexual. Yeah, you're going to get a sales bump for this issue, maybe the next one, then it's going to go back to being crap. And why is it always some pink-haired weirdo? He's wearing like Melvin's costume too. Watch where your hands are going. Can't. All right, so bold new direction because it's super original that Robin did it 2 months ago. I've always said everyone needs heroes and everyone deserves to be themselves in their hero, see themselves in their heroes. Is that literal in this case? And I'm very grateful DC and Warner Brothers capitulated. I mean, share this idea, wrote Tom Taylor. Once again, he's ruining more comics. He is a woke Australian, for those of you that don't know, who is really obsessed with Trump. For a guy that doesn't live in the country of America where Trump ruled, or even has the ability to vote for said leader. Superman's symbol has always stood for hope, for truth, and for justice. You forgot the American way, you son of a bitch traitor. Today, that symbol represents something more. What, butt stuff? Today, more people can see themselves in the most powerful superhero in comics. He's not the most powerful. Clark Kent is. Just like his father before him, Jonathan Kent has fallen for a reporter. Oh, that's original. After initially striking up with a friendship with reporter Jay Nakamura, he and John have become romantically involved in the pages of Superman, Son of Kal-El #5. Following a scene where Superman mentally and physically burns out from trying to save everyone he can, Jay is there to care for the Man of Steel. Oh, it's so loving, so stereotypical, so proud. This is lazy. This is just lazy. Shameless pandering. I don't know. Do gay people get sick of being tokenized like this all the time? Like, the storytelling is terrible. An awkward scene where Superman blows a load on top of his lover head and hides his body super fast. Yeah, I don't subscribe to the Kevin Smith idea of super powerful shotgun ejaculate, but you would think his butt cheeks could flatten your wiener. So this is D&D where you can play literally anything you want. I want to be someone in a wheelchair, facepalm. You're not wrong. The memes will be epic. Yeah, they absolutely will. What? How long before a parody book comes out called like Cocksuck Superman or something like that? It's just about him blowing Lex Luthor. Lois Lane would have been a sore after sex with Superman. She probably liked it. We should talk need stuff. Okay. Yeah, probably James. So Superman Jr. is evil. Yeah. Oh, you don't need to apologize, Dangerous. I was just pointing out because he has total Trump derangement syndrome and he's obsessed with American politics. For a guy that doesn't even live in the U.S., he's obsessed with like trivial things like BLM. Like, how does that affect Australia in any fucking way? Wouldn't that be like Abo Lives Matter? I don't know. What about Laser Blast? The movie? That movie was awesome. The little claymation aliens. If I was gay, I want hand-me-down comics. I want new stuff. Yeah, get a new character. That's what made Midnighter and Apollo so innovative, was they were gay, and you didn't know it until like the 6th or 7th issue when they shared one panel of a kiss. That was it. You had no clue they were gay before that, and nobody cared. And then as soon as Ellis left the book, it was like they're making out all the time, and they're making like little, grab ass and shit like that. It was just so over the top pandering. It was super gay, as BG just said. It's lazy. This is just lazy. Does Lord Floofington approve of that name comic? Probably not. He doesn't particularly approve of me reading. You had BLM marches there? Why? Why? Do you even have black people in Australia other than the Aboriginals? I don't even know. Yeah, Australia's got kind of its own problems right now, granted, but we should be on protest last year. I still don't know why we had them. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, Demon, you should, because this is insulting. This is a total slap in the face to people that want interesting stories with character. I don't care who's banging who. You want a romance story? Fine, go make a romance book. Romance should be second or third tier in the story. I want adventure in superhero comics. That's what they're for. Oh my god, so boring. Relationship stuff is boring, and they wedge it in there just like eating all the time. It's to pad space. So because they're talentless hacks most of the time, or they have to stretch these arcs out. It's really lame. It's just tiresome to see this shit all the time. All right. Let's read another Cosmic Book News article. I haven't seen this one yet, so here we go. Silver Surfer Reborn returns with Ron Mars and Ron Lim. Now you'll notice up here is real Captain Marvel. He's gigantic, but he's there. Silver Surfer looks pretty good, though. Marvel Comics has announced Silver Surfer returns, a new 5-issue miniseries from legendary creator Ron Mars and Ron Lim, who returned for the Sentinel of the Spaceways after 25 years or so. Yeah, I used to really like Ron Mars' work. He's a lefty, but not very ham-fisted with it. There were always little hints, but he was always a pretty decent writer. Details include the series kicking off January 19th with a story surrounding the Silver Surfer, Thanos, Captain Marvel, and the Reality Gem. Someone has stolen the Reality Gem, and an object that allows the user to fulfill any wish no matter the consequences, but whoever has taken it is doing things like bringing back the dead hero Captain Marvel. He's just Captain Marvel. His name is Marvel. His title is Captain Marvel. But he's not the real one because that guy says Shazam. It's up to Silver Surfer to team up with the least likely allies, Thanos, to find the gem and restore reality to its proper form. Turns out you can go home again, Mars said. Silver Surfer was literally my first job in comics. The first comic page I ever wrote was drawn by Ron, and we were both kids. Now, 3 decades later, we get to go back there and slip right back into that same groove. It's great to be wielding the power cosmic again. All right, so this actually doesn't sound too bad. I might pick that up. Marvel might actually be doing something smart here by hiring some competent talent. So January 19th, I'll put that down as a probable. Want to see heroes fight, not fuck? Damn right. Action, adventure, and suspense. Yep. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. Yeah, the fact they can't relate to anyone who isn't like them dangerous is actually kind of frightening because they probably have some sociopathy going on there. So if you have to see yourself in everything you read, that's weird and kind of horrifying. So, I mean, how do you enjoy books that are about like, do you have to go experience drug running to enjoy Breaking Bad? That's really weird. That constant need for validation is off-putting, to say the least. All right, let's talk about some Transformers. Kind of indirectly Transformers. This is from Bounding into Comics. Disney to terminate Brazilian-born lead creature modeler for not getting the shot. Oh, God. Krishamurti Costa, a Brazilian-born lead creature modeler at Industrial Light and Magic, a subsidiary of Lucasfilm and the Disney Company, reported that Disney will terminate him on October 30th for not complying with their vaccine mandate. Costa's worked on a number of high-budget motion pictures. His credits include Star Wars The Clone Wars, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Pacific Rim, Jurassic World, Warcraft, Kong Skull Island, Aquaman, Bumblebee, Force Awakens, and more. So this guy's actually pretty well got a hell of a resume. He wrote, "It's official today. I got word Disney will be terminating me on October 30th, maybe a few days later. After 14 years of service, that's how it all ends. Reason? No, my work doesn't suck and I'm not a terrible employee at all. I'm actually quite busy at the moment. My team and managers appreciate me and don't want me to leave either. This is coming all the way from the top. The reason is that I'm not complying with their no vax, no job mandate. They're going to lose a lot of good talent doing this. This is really terrible for the economy and for really talented people's careers. And you're going to end up with a bunch of subpar hacks that are willing to bend over backwards for whatever you want. It's fucking stupid. Cost to continue to informed consent was thrown out the window. Personal choice was ignored. The only option is compliance, meaning there's no option. Not wrong. Costa then questioned, now you might ask, aren't you working remotely? The answer is yes, and guess what? So is everyone in the studio, at least until January of 2022. So if people in the entire studio are only getting back to the building in January or later, what sense does it make to fire people in October? Does it really sound like a health concern to you? No, this is politics. He continued, I can't believe this is happening. It's a bizarre world. I'll miss my team and friends at ILM. Incredible, talented, generous artists I respect. It was a conscious choice, though, so no regrets at all. Life goes on. Stay true to your core beliefs. Be honest. Work hard. Take good care of your minds, bodies, and souls. Life is a gift, he concluded. Yeah, 100%, dude. Those are great truisms. If you just don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So, yeah, good for him for standing by his principles, even though he will probably never work in the industry again unless it's low-budget stuff. The fact that he's working remotely is a big slap in the dick. Apparently, he's known this is coming for a couple weeks because it says he's been looking for work outside of Lucasfilm for a while. Yeah, that sucks. Fucking garbage, man. This is bullshit. All these companies capitulating like a bunch of, I don't know, beta boys trying to get in some chick's pants. It's pathetic. But good on this guy for sticking up for himself, even if it cost him what is likely a lot of money. It's a way to do things that normally not work in a piece of entertainment. For example, John McClane talking about his feelings about picking up a glass off his feet. Yeah, that'd be weird. People are strange, dude. Some of these creators are fucking weirdos. Greg, no, they don't even, apparently, from what I was reading, Disney isn't accepting that. It's either the shot or no. They're not respecting people's religious things. Gonna be stuck with obedient, submissive yes men with no ideas. Yeah, that's how you kill your industry. Oh, thank you, Circus Zero, for the donation. It would be like a shotgun because its squirt is controlled by muscle spasming. Yeah, but I mean, he can learn to control his muscles. So I get the reasoning. I don't think that, like, I don't use full force of my bicep muscles when I do something. And I don't think the muscles down there are going to be to the point where they're that strong. Like, was he in a tanning bed when he's banging? I hope not, because that'd be weird. Very awkward. Those things are very tight. Very tight fits. We had a fat chick get stuck in one once when I worked at the tanning salon. Not accepting religion means they could be sued. I'm pretty sure they could be sued for a lot of this stuff, but nobody's going to do it. Disney has fuck you money, even with all their debts. A lawsuit like that's not going to get real far. Pulse laser, spine snapping. Ew. All this is how freedom dies, not with fight, but with apathy and compliance. Yep, that's what everybody in that survived the Germanic War of the World #2. Gotta be careful how I phrase stuff. We will not comply with any mandate. It was pretty awesome, even though the mandate never happened. Yeah. Well, I laughed a lot, Cougar, but not while they were there, because I was busy being grossed out. It was gross, too. Fucking fat people. Don't tan. You can't get under all your jelly rolls. All right. From comicbook.com, new Marvel tabletop game announced. Marvel fans have some great games to choose from in the tabletop realm, and now that list is about to get a little bigger. Roxley Games recently revealed that the popular Dice Throne franchise is teaming up with Marvel for a brand new edition of their hit game, and Marvel Dice Throne is heading to Kickstarter on October 25th. No other details on the Kickstarter or the new Marvel version of Dice Throne were revealed just yet. Okay. For those unfamiliar with Dice Throne, it very much lives up to its name, as your chosen hero, of which there are many to choose from now, have 5 unique dice to roll, and those rolls allow you to attack your foes and activate your character's unique ability on any given turn. So they have a little teaser video here for their Kickstarter. You can choose from characters that range from treants and moon elves to gunslingers and vampire lords, and now you'll be able to throw Marvel heroes and villains into the mix. Most likely core heroes like Captain America, Spider-Man, Black Widow, and Thor. Yeah, the Avengers. But hopefully we'll get to see characters like Captain Marvel, Wolverine, Scarlet Witch. I don't give a fuck about Moon Girl. She can go fuck herself. And Devil Dinosaur and other unique characters make their debuts as well. It's a fast-playing game of skilled card play and dice manipulation. The game is played over a series of rounds where you will be rolling your hero's dice up to 3 times. You will use a combination of dice symbols or numbers to activate your hero's abilities to attack your opponents. Dice Throne is a game of intrigue, dice, tactical card play, powerful heroes, and unique abilities. It's a fast-paced 2 to 6 player combat game or free-for-all. To do such a variety of heroes, blah, blah. You guys get the idea. So that looked like it might be of interest to people. I think it could be good. I like dice games. Fupas. Yeah. Yes, ma'am, get your fupa off the tanning bulb, please. That's not where that goes. I'm going to have to go ahead and ask you to stop doing that. It's probably the MCU, Captain Mary Sue. They've changed the reason for Superman's abilities over the years, and now it's touch telekinesis, and the reason he does it, rip things apart, picking them up. Yeah, they've tried to science everything away. Look, just stick to writing the fucking adventure and let us figure that part out. You don't have to make it. I mean, the whole thing with the glasses, okay, vibrates his face secretly when he's wearing the glasses, so he looks slightly different. Fine, you can kind of throw that pseudoscience shit out, but nobody really cares. That's not why they're there. They're not there to analyze the nuance of it, unless there's some sort of weirdo. They're there for the breaking shit and punching people stuff. Ready to get the beluga whale out of the tanning bed? We just cut to the next scene. Barely an inconvenience. No, we ended up using tanning lotion. Yeah, the fat upper pussy area. Yep. I know you said pubic, but no, you gotta raunchy that up a little bit. Probably get in trouble for saying that though. All right, let's talk about Lego. Because they still have my ego. Yeah, leave the fan theories to the fans. Let them argue it out, nerd out about it at the comic shop or whatever. They really need to get back into marketing their books for the adventure and not for this political crap. But they also need to bring in younger readers. Now, I know I mentioned the Peachtree Playthings comics. I don't know if you guys have seen those. I did a review on the Mickey Mouse issue. They seem to have a Disney license for comics. And I found them at the Dollar Tree, which is something I've been telling Marvel and DC to do. But I've seen kids buy them at the Dollar Tree. They bought the last ones I saw was in the hood. And these kids bought a Mickey Mouse and Frozen. I think the other kid had a Toy Story one, too. But they were buying them. And I asked the employee, because I missed issue 2s, apparently. I asked the employee if they had any others, and she said, no, we sell out of them. So it worked. They have those in Walmarts, and they have them in Dollar Trees. And they're like 98 cents at Walmart and $1 at Dollar Tree. So if you're there, pick them up. The Disney stuff was good. The Mickey Mouse book was really good. And there's original stories in the Toy Story ones, the Frozen one, and the Disney Princess one. All have original stuff. The Mickey Mouse wanted to reprint stuff that wasn't released in the States. It's from like Italy and Denmark and some like newspaper strips that I think the newspaper strip was the only one that was in the States. But there were like 5 stories. It's well worth $1 for a kid to read. Can reveal how Lois is difficult to interact with people, how terrified he is about the idea of hurting innocent people, and that's what drives him. Yeah, but that's actual storytelling. They can't do that anymore. And it is really DC Comics especially is power fantasies for younger kids, but it's also morality tales. And we've gotten away from that, which is why a lot of these books are boring. There's no people standing up for what they think is right. It's just people sitting around talking about their feelings while playing with their belly button lit and eating stuff. That's boring. There's no sense of compulsion or sense of duty on the role of the characters. They're not interesting. They're not motivated to do anything. They just kind of wander around like bad video game characters. Yeah, Miss Marvel is kind of a joke. When she was Miss Marvel, she was pretty well written, but after Brian Reed left the book, it turned to dog shit. Yeah, dangerous. That seems to be a problem. That's why they really need to market more toward kids, especially DC. Even for middle school, because that's where your target demographic is for books like that. They're people that have no sense of power, but they're on the cusp of puberty, and that gives them a sense of like growing awareness about themselves and who they are, their identity, the changes that go on in their own bodies, for creepy analogy, but it does really have something kids can look at as a book and say, I am struggling with my sense of power, because you're starting to get stronger, you're starting to be more aware of yourself, you're starting to develop a lot more personality and questioning what your role in life is, that sort of thing. And they don't have any sense of power, so they need an escapist outlet. And that's why that age demographic of like, I would actually say 10 to 15 is key for comic book survival. If people aren't targeting that, they're just getting customers that are like in their 30s and 40s. And sometimes even older than that. The demographic age is like 40 now, 45 for comic readers. You see more people with gray hair than you do kids buying comics. So you need to target the demographic that can afford $1 or $2 and sell it at Dollar Tree. And yeah, your margins will be thin, but you will sell product. Start a right-wing comic company. Yeah, dude, you would probably make some money if you did it right. Everyone is now a traitor. Loyalty is meaningless. Well, they have no sense of loyalty because they moral relativism. There is no clear-cut good and evil, which in mythology you need a sense of this is the good guy, that's the bad guy, based on the mores of the environment. So if you're talking about Gilgamesh, he was considered a good guy, even though he does some despicable things. If you go back to the ancient Greek stories, a lot of the demigods were pretty horrible monsters, but they were considered the heroes because that was culturally acceptable. Hercules was tricked by Hera into killing all his family. Theseus raped a chick. The Oedipus complex, you name it. There's all sorts of those things that if you really look at the old legends, you can wash them down. But there was some pretty disturbing shit in there by today's standards. But at the time, it wasn't seen as that bad. The Gorgons, Medusa was cursed by Aphrodite after she was raped in the temple of Aphrodite. And Aphrodite saw that as an affront by Medusa. So she cursed her. So it's of its time in that respect, but you have these overarching stories of Hercules looking for redemption, so he went on the road. After the killings that he had was tricked into doing, he wanted redemption, so you have the redemption story arc. And that could go on for a very, very long time. So they need to tell these universal stories and themes that appeal to a broader audience, but have clear-cut good and evil. And we don't really have that anymore. They've gotten rid of that because they want to put in moral relativism where anybody can be a bad guy. Yeah, in real life, maybe you can do evil things, but do we really need that kind of nuance in what is effectively children's literature? I don't necessarily need that nuance when I read a comic book. I just want entertainment. I don't even need that in movies most of the time. I just want to know, okay, this is the main character. This is the objective. These are the bad guys. And if I like it, I like it. Awesome. I never read Fall of the Reach. I never read any of the Halo books. Oh, lots of chicks were done that way by Zeus, Cannibal. Yeah, he used to do that in animal form too. So the ancient Greeks were fucked up people, but they were products of their environment and their time and their religious aspects. So yeah, the stories they told, while have universal themes, the nuance was different than our morality. Same with like the 1800s. You look at a book like Huck Finn was very controversial at its time because it showed kids helping a slave escape. Or was that Tom Sawyer? I don't fucking remember. Those books aren't that good. Overrated. I said it. But you get the idea. The nuance may change over time, but the theme stays the same. And it's that theme that they're missing now is the universal themes of good versus evil, the hero's journey. I'm pretty sure 90% of the comic pros have never read Hero of a Thousand Faces, which if you're going to be a writer, you really, really should read that book. Joseph Campbell was really smart. Yeah, that's pretty true. Nobody. All right, back to the article. Lego commits to removing gender bias and harmful stereotypes from its toys. Because this kid gives a fuck about that. Lego on Monday vowed to rid its toys of gender bias and harmful stereotypes. Did they have a Gollywog Lego figure? In a push to make them more accessible to girls. They already make like purple and pink ones. Kids don't give a shit about that. They just want to play with Legos. World's largest toy maker has already stopped labeling its products for girls and for boys, and its website does not allow searches by gender, The Guardian noted. Well, that's just leaving money on the table. Recent product lines have also been specifically designed to appeal to boys and girls. Product chief said, "We're testing everything on boys and girls, including more female role models. Our job is to encourage boys and girls who want to play with sets that have traditionally been seen as not for them." Why? Maybe girls just don't want to play with fucking Legos then. "We're working hard to make Legos more inclusive." That's dumb. Lego announced the push Monday to coincide with what the UN declared as International Day of the Girl. That sounds like a horror movie. International Day of the Girl, now screened in a double feature with Night of the Lepus. It also followed auditing by Gina Davis Institute on Gender and Media to address gender bias and harmful stereotypes, which found that 76% of parents encourage Lego play for boys compared to just 24% for girls. Maybe the girls just don't want to play with the fucking Legos. That research showed that girls were more likely than boys to want to engage in a wide range of play and activities. I question anything labeled Institute on Gender and Media's work. 70% of boys worried they'd be made fun of if they played with so-called girl toys. Yeah, because you're playing with girl toys. Nobody fucking cares. Your friends are doing that because they're dicks, not because you're playing with fucking girl Legos. Now, if you're combing Barbie's hair, probably gonna have a talk, but parents are more worried that their sons will be teased than their daughters for playing with toys associated with the other gender. Because girls are catty. Guys are just assholes to each other. They're almost 6 times more likely to think of scientists and athletes as men than women, probably because of STEM and men are better at athlete stuff. 85% compared to 15%, and over 8 times as likely to think of engineers as men than women, with 89% versus just 11%. Yeah, because men want to be engineers more than women. Go into any engineering class. They've been desperately trying to get women into that. Still can't do it. Parents still encourage daughters to take up dance, baking, and dress up. You mean girls asking to do that stuff? While boys are more likely to be pushed into sports and activities, I don't think they have to be pushed. Involving science, technology, engineering, and math. Yet boys are more likely to do that. Doesn't mean they're being pushed. These insights emphasize just how integrated gender biases are across the globe. Fuck off, Gina Davis. You weren't even a very good actress. If you want to read the rest of that dog shit, there it is. Isn't Lego already gender neutral? Yeah, I always thought so. My G.I. Joes used to play with my sister's Barbies. Yeah, My G.I. Joes would have to rescue Barbie a lot because that stupid bitch was always getting caught by Cobra. And they were like, Cobra! And she was like, hey, my God, where's Snake Eyes? And Snake Eyes was making out with Scarlet, and then they had to go kill some ninjas. And it was up to Duke and Flint to get the chick because everybody else, Scarlet and Snake Eyes, were doing all the real work. Legos don't care who steps on them. That is a truism beyond words. How about let people pursue the... Yeah, though that makes sense, Peter. We're not allowed to do that anymore. A good portion of the women who end up going through the STEM classes end up becoming stay-at-home moms. Yeah, they're in there for their MRS degree because they want to be a missus. I think I know one or two women that are in STEM. The rest are all working like retail and baristas and shit like that. I know a chick that's got a master's in sociology. She's a waitress because she doesn't want to do that. She just wanted to get married. My niece has all sorts of Lego. I bought all that stuff for, but she has all types. Yeah, little kids don't care. G.I. Joe's beheaded. Were your G.I. Joes Al Qaeda by any chance? You sure they were G.I. Joes? Common sense is a legal fact. Backup career in case of divorce. No, she liked to cite stats for a while, but then she obviously got sick of it and just wanted to do girly stuff. And she's much happier as a waitress. I don't know. She didn't want to have kids, so I don't think they have any. I haven't talked to her in a while. She's kind of a bitch. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 cast William Poulter as MCU's Adam Warlock. This is from the Direct. He doesn't look anything like Adam Warlock. Although it's still nearly 2 years away from debuting in theaters, fans are slowly getting themselves ready for the long-awaited third installment in Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel Studios is still early in development process of the threequel. Fuck off. Volume 3 will pit the team against dangerous new galactic threats in a post-Avengers Endgame world, in a story that will come after the other two appearances in Thor: Love and Thunder and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special in 2022. Along with the Guardians story continuing, Volume 3 is sure to introduce key new players that will help push the cosmic narrative forward in a big way. Earlier in 2021, rumors pointed to one of these players being Adam Warlock, although it caused a short round of controversy online with Gunn in the process. However, as filming gets closer to starting up, it appears Marvel is bringing Warlock into the fray after all. He looks nothing like Warlock. Isn't that the werewolf kid from Twilight? Hollywood Reporter Boris Kit said Adam Warlock was the role everyone wants. Yeah, he should have been in fucking Infinity War. For the past couple of months, he was teased more than any other names on the short list, including... Okay, I don't care about that. See, there he is with the Infinity Gauntlet, which is how it should have been in that movie. The Enclave. We saw that origin at the end of Guardians 2. Warlock was a key player in Marvel Comics' Infinity Gauntlet storyline with Thanos. The MCU took its time delivering the intergalactic powerhouse to the live-action movie. Yeah, that story was written in 84, 86, somewhere in there. Now that Thanos is out of the picture and the Guardians have left Earth, Warlock should serve as a similar powerhouse upon his arrival into the MCU. Okay, he was in The Maze Runner and We Are the Millers. I've heard of The Maze Runner. He looks like that werewolf kid in Twilight. That dude looks weird. He does. He's got kind of a Neanderthal forehead. That's a good one, James. Yeah, he looks way too young to be Adam Warlock. And he doesn't look like Adam Warlock. He doesn't seem to have much of a neck. And I recall Adam Warlock having a neck. Thank you, Garbag. I love that movie. I own it on DVD. I think I have it on Blu-ray, actually, too. That was DeForest Kelly's best role since Star Trek. So yeah, they cast Adam Warlock, and I couldn't care fucking less about that guy. All right. I think we covered that one actually. Okay. I got some Marvel drama news. This comes from Bleeding Cool. It's actually a couple days old now. Stephen S. DeKnight quits Marvel till Akira Yoshida situation resolved. Stephen DeKnight, who was once screenwriter on a live-action version of Akira, has just learned for himself that current Marvel Comics editor-in-chief C.B. Cebulski once used the pseudonym Akira Yoshida to get comic book work. That's a very broad generalization of what happened. And has stated that I love working with Marvel, but will not pursue or accept future work until this is resolved. He hasn't used that pen name in like 15 years. I hope other more high-profile creatives in the comic book biz will follow suit. Go fuck yourself. Stephen DeKnight was the creator, head writer, and executive producer of various Starz TV series like Spartacus, as well as developing Jupiter's Legacy for Netflix before leaving the show. The show got canceled after one season. DeKnight previously worked on Smallville, Buffy, and Angel. He also wrote Buffy Vampire Slayer Season 8 comics, which were stupid, and served as a consulting producer on Joss Whedon's TV series Dollhouse. He was showrunner for Daredevil after Drew Goddard, but was replaced by Doug and Marco for the second season, and directed Pacific Rim Uprising. And now he's been writing Marvel comic books, short Conan and Wolverine stories, and the Wolverine and Black Widow issues for the upcoming Wastelanders event coming in December. I don't care about any of these things that he's done. I've heard good things about Jupiter's Legacy, and Spartacus was okay. After a long period of dogged persistence in 2017, Bleeding Cool eventually broke the story that Cebulski used the Akira Yoshida pseudonym to get writing work at Marvel Comics a decade previous, with a full confession by the man. He's apologized several times for this, and I don't think he should have. He should have told them all to go fuck themselves. I stopped writing under the pseudonym Akira Yoshida after about a year. It wasn't transparent, but it taught me a lot about writing, communication, and pressure. I was young and naive, and had a lot to learn back then, but this is old news that's been dealt with, and now as Marvel's editor-in-chief, I'm turning a new page and excited to start sharing all my Marvel experiences with up-and-coming talent. Yeah, see, he made this apology in 2017, and this asshole just learned about it. Oh my god, drama queen. Will Poulter was also Eustace in the... Oh, okay. That's probably where I know him from. Constant crimes, genocides, happening 24/7. Yeah, this guy's focused on the stupid bullshit. All right. Okay, the real reason he used the pen name was they wanted to do a manga series or something. They had an imprint they were working on at the time, and they only wanted people that were actually Asian working on the books. Well, he wanted to work on this specific one, so him and one of the editors conspired and gave him a moniker, and only the editor knew that it was really Cebulski. So nobody even knew until Bleeding Cool broke the story. Not everyone was willing to turn the page quite so fast, of course. At the time of the deception, it was a way for CB to get around restrictions for a Marvel editor wanting to write comics but still keep his editorial job. Yeah, they had a policy in place saying you can't be an editor and a writer because you can't self-edit. And it ends up being a conflict of interest. Raised allegations of yellowface, of cultural appropriation, of taking away potential work for others. Who fucking cares about any of this? However, a number of Asian and Asian American comic book talents defended Cebulski. Yeah, because nobody cares. As he was seen as an editor who had gone out of his way to hire and recruit Asian and Asian American talent for the books. And CB wanted, who got to start working in U.S. manga, worked and lived in Japan, and also worked for Disney China, has been instrumental in East Asian publishing deals such as new Spider-Man Iron Man comic from Viz Media and Deadpool stories in Shonen Jump. Oh, it seems like he's maybe a useful guy. But yesterday, Harley Quinn writer T. Franklin reminded tweeted a reminder about the Cebulski Yoshida situation. Why? Why are you so obsessed with this shit from 15 years ago that he apologized for like 5 years ago? That Stephen tonight quote tweeted saying, "How does this man still have a job? Completely unacceptable. Why don't you stop being a pussy?" Replying to people who pointed out that this was old news, he said, "I had no idea. I love writing for Marvel, but this changes the equation drastically. There are so many great editors there. To allow a man who climbed to the top through cultural identity theft." He was already an editor when he took this writing gig. He had been a writer before that. He was an editor, and then he got promoted from editor to working overseas, and then he got the EIC job after Alonso was fired. This has nothing to do with the so-called cultural identity theft. That's not how he got his job. Hopefully it won't die down until something is done about it. Go fuck yourself, dude. This is really old news. Yeah, this is just childish. As an observation of his work recruiting other Asian and American Asian voices to Marvel, he writes, "The good does not outweigh the bad, in my opinion." Oh, no redemption possible. I see. If you reach the top through deception and cultural identity theft, then everything you touch is tainted. He didn't reach the top. This was a side gig that he did, not his primary job. Why is that so hard for people to grasp? It's not like he walked in wearing a rice paddy hat, little round glasses, and buck teeth going, "Oh, oh." No, that would be cultural identity theft of the sort, I guess. He didn't commit. He used a pen name. Lots of people do it. Stephen King has used a pen name. He used Richard Bachman. Did he get accused of appropriating that? No, it's fucking stupid. My head is on fire. Get a life, dude. Go outside and look around at the world, and maybe don't focus so much on trivialities like this, you pussy. You don't get to build your career on a lie. He didn't. It's big and horrendous, and keep the position that lie helped you secure. He's not. At least you shouldn't in my book. Oh, me. And he went on and whined about it longer. It sounds like he's got mental problems, James. He probably does have some kind of issue, but this is just crybaby stuff. You're a baby. Just admit it. You're a big baby and you need a little nap time, probably a burping. Yeah, he used the non-white pen name, and that's cultural appropriation. That's a big no-no. And I mean, in 2017, it was a bigger deal. But the fact this guy's quitting his job over that is really, really lame. Kind of crybaby material. I'm sorry. His vagina must be menstruating this week. He needs to grow the fuck up. Get out of Hollywood, dude. It's not healthy. Fuck doesn't matter. Disproves the idea that only Asian people can properly write stories about Asians. Yeah, that's the main thing. A lot of these people seem to be of the mindset that nobody can write a culture except the people that are from it, because I don't know how they can write white people then. Like, how do you have a guest star in your book? Like, an Asian writer wants to have Black Panther guest appear. Why isn't that a problem? But it's a problem if a white guy writes an Asian character or a black character or anything other than white. It's very racist, and it's disgusting. I think these people are crybabies that need to go out and experience the real world and see that there are greater problems out there than somebody using a stupid pen name, especially one as clearly fake as Akira Yoshida. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bunch of nonsense stuff. And these people are just ignorant little crybabies and probably a little biased themselves. The fact they're shitting on him for this is ridiculous. I wonder how many Asians have used white pen names over the years, because I bet it's more than a couple. And they probably have their jobs. But yeah, he's deceptive in what he's saying, because Cebulski did not get his job because of that writing gig. He was already an editor at the time, and he got other jobs that led up to him being editor-in-chief. All right, let's go over to Bleeding Fool for Halloween Kills. There's 3 petitions on removal of the film's firefighter massacre. Michael Myers is back for more blood this month with October's release of Halloween Kills, but not everyone appears to be fired up about it. A petition on change.org is launched with the hope of removing the scenes where Michael murders responding firefighters after escaping from Laurie's burning house at the start of the movie. A look at some of these kills was previously released in the official trailer, and the boogeyman was clearly not taking it easy on them. Jesse Streeter started the petition over the summer to remove all the scenes of the firefighters being slaughtered in the movie, saying, "I want the scenes removed from the movie Halloween Kills where they show the slaughtering of firefighters. It's wrong because firefighters have been lured to house fires and murdered by the person who set the fire. It's wrong that Michael killed the firefighters with the gear from the other firefighters he killed. As soon-to-be firefighter, I find it very offensive, and so does my mom and dad, who are retired firefighters. So I want that scene taken out of the movie. Yeah. Michael didn't have to kill them. In a way, they saved him, so that he should have saved the two firefighters in the house and went on his way to kill sister." How old are you? 12? Grow the fuck up. You know none of these people are real. Nobody actually died in the filming of this movie, right? You know Michael Myers isn't real, right? Right? Scene in question comes presumably at the beginning of the film, when Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, is being whisked away to the hospital after having blown her house up in order to kill Michael Myers. As ridiculous as the petition sounds, the Streeter seems quite serious. There's no reason for the horrible, disgusting scene, especially since it happened in real life. Like I said before, firefighters have been lured to house fires and killed by some psycho in real life. Horrible shit happens all the time in real life. They still make movies about it. Like Black Hawk Down. That actually happened. Michael Myers is not a real person, you fucking weirdo. Only 266 people have signed the petition so far. Meanwhile, an opposing petition was launched a week ago, pushing for the filmmakers to ignore the earlier petition and continue to keep the scene. This one was started by Brandy Slavens, who said recently a petition was started on change.org to have the slaughtering of firefighters removed from the new Halloween movie, Halloween Kills, releasing October 15th, 2021, in theaters near you. I'd like that petition stopped, as almost every person murdered in every horror movie has an occupation. Murder is what these movies are about, obviously. Literally nobody is being hurt in the making of the movie. I assure you, the whole petition is stupid. I'm very certain that there's a huge crowd for Halloween fans who will agree. Y'all help me keep Michael Myers in business. Thanks. Brandy's response petition has gathered 1,368 signers. A third petition, also called on filmmakers to also keep the scenes, has an additional 130 signers as of this writing. The slasher film is... Okay, I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, this movie's coming out October 15th, so Friday. And hopefully they don't listen to that fucking crybaby and cut any scenes, but Hollywood's notorious for listening to one whiny piece of shit out there in the world. This guy needs a lollipop. Yeah, and probably a nap. And maybe have his diaper changed. It's pretty well established that Michael Myers is a bad guy. Yeah, he's a psycho. What'd they expect? 266 crybabies signed the petition on... Yeah. I'd bet 100 of those are his sock puppet accounts. Yeah, petition to make them scenes more gratuitous. I agree. We want more gratuitous violence, please. I actually thought the Rob Zombie Halloween movie was pretty good. All right. Let's take a look at some more entertainment news. Oh, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. All that stuff. Over on Comic Book Resources, we have original Cowboy Bebop Japanese voice cast returned to dub the Netflix series. Oh, she's kind of cute. How you doing? The original voice cast from the 1998 Cowboy Bebop anime will reprise their roles in the Japanese dub of Netflix's live-action remake of the series. That guy scares me. I don't know why. While fans remain divided on whether the Netflix upcoming live-action remake of Cowboy Bebop recaptures the look of the original anime, viewers of the show's Japanese dub can at least feel confident that it will sound like the original series. Netflix Japan announced on Twitter that the voice cast of the classic anime series will reprise their roles for the Japanese dub of Netflix American reboot. I can't pronounce half these names. Will once again provide the Japanese voice of Spike Spiegel, who is portrayed by Star Trek's John Cho in the new series. Jet Black, who is portrayed by Luke Cage's Mustafa Shakir in the live-action show, will be voiced by Tayton something, and Faye Valentine will be dubbed over by Miyugi something, who also starred in other classic 90s animes such as Neon Genesis Evangelion and Slayers. The rest of the cast included Gara somebody as Julia, Norio Wakamoto as Vicious, Tatsumu somebody or other, and Miki Nasagawa as the TV host Punch and Judy, respectively. Full Metal Alchemist Romy Park will also provide the voice of Shin, a younger member of the Red Dragon crime syndicate that plays a key role in the Spike and Vicious story. So yeah, you're going to get your original cast back. So they're also apparently going to be the part of the new remake. The anime's original director served as creative consultant on the series. Composer for the series' iconic jazz and blues theme soundtrack has returned to create new music for the reboot. I don't know why they're calling this a reboot. It's more of just a live action adaptation with some Latina chick that wears shorts to hide her fupa instead of something sexier. So if you're a Cowboy Bebop fan, you might be interested in this. I ain't gonna watch that trash. No, I'd probably listen to the dubbed version though, because these guys probably need the money. Be too sure about not having hurt while filming accidents happen. Yeah, well, I think the point is that they weren't actually being murdered. Yeah, a lot of Cowboy Bebop fans have said they're not going to watch that. So, I don't know. I'm not into the show. I watched one episode and I didn't really understand it and didn't really care. So, not for me. All right, we only got a couple articles left, and we'll do this one because it's going to piss me off. This live action's going to suck. You're not going to watch it? Oh. Yeah, I liked the Bleach movie, but I never saw the cartoon, so... but I thought the movie was fun. But again, I was like looking for something brainless to shut my brain off to and eat popcorn. Worked pretty well for that. From Cosmic Book News, Kevin Smith bringing back He-Man as a goofy idiot Neanderthal. Hold on. Let me picture my shock. Those neck muscles. That's fucked up looking. Kevin Smith appears to be bringing back He-Man as a big, dumb, goofy idiot Neanderthal, which will fit perfectly with his woke Masters of the Universe Revelation Netflix animated series. Once again, we have Mattel to thank for the huge spoiler, as an action figure reveals the fate of He-Man in Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 2. Recall how before Part 1 aired, Mattel revealed the spoiler figure of Skeletor. Regarding He-Man, the action figure said Savage He-Man along with Orko and two characters that died in Part 1. Getting inside quick, Savage He-Man is on the warpath and he's headed your way soon. The power returns. Tweeted the official Masters account and included images of Savage He-Man can be seen wielding a spear. All right. Why does he look like Kazar? Oh, yeah, because that's Kazar. Let's take a look at this real quick. All right, so, yeah, now remember before the animated series, back in the old days, the original mini comics had He-Man as a barbarian that left his tribe to go fight evil. And he gets the power sword because it was hidden in a rock, quite honestly. So, yeah, there's Orko looking like the cartoon version did in that Masters of the Universe shit movie. But there's the power sword, there's battle axe and spear. Toys actually don't look too bad. It's got swivel points. But I don't know what the point of this is. Yeah, see, this is almost an exact take off of the barbarian leaving the tribe from the mini comic. So I don't know if they're alluding to that, but I have a suspicion since I see Tila and Man at Arms here that they're gonna send He-Man packing and Tila's gonna take over. But the fact that it's part of the Revelation line does reinforce what this article is saying. But the toys look cool. I mean, I'd own those, but I'm not paying the $30 to $50 or whatever they're going to want for these. Because those Revelation toys are ridiculously expensive. As we see in the images, Savage He-Man appears to be a Neanderthal and capable of thought, not a barbarian. As the second image below reveals, He-Man attempting to think, duh, what is that? As he's unsure of what Orko is revealing to him. He-Man is also shown wearing less clothing than his barbarian form and barefoot with the spear again, just like the Neanderthal man. A recent poster that announced the premiere of Part 2 also features the goofy Savage He-Man, where, just like the action figure, the Savage He-Man looks like a big goofy Neanderthal character rather than a strong barbarian man. We'll look at that in a second. The recent poster that announced, just read that. It seems pretty obvious what's happening here. As I also said prior to the series airing, that they would never allow a blonde white dude to be in the spotlight. And now, in addition to replacing He-Man, Kevin Smith and Teddy Baselli, the Netflix producer whose version of He-Man is inspired by Footloose, oh God, was actually gone and devolved He-Man in the series. White man, dumb and bad. Blonde white man, even dumber and worse. We all know which blonde guy they're referring to. Kevin Smith also previously revealed Part 2 will be an Evil Lynn story, which of course follows the woke Part 1 being about Tila. And he said, we mirror Tila's journey with Evil Lynn's journey as well. You're talking about two women who have been in the shadows of very powerful male characters since the inception of the franchise. I don't think they've ever been in the shadows. They're just supporting cast. As Tila, fought side by side with He-Man, definitely more of his equal. Evil Lynn, though, was always Skeletor subservient. Yeah, because he's evil. He doesn't let people be on his level. You think Stalin had a co-president? Fucking retards. What happened in a world where the person that helps identify the character, in the case of Tila, He-Man, and in case of Evil Lynn, Skeletor, when those two figures are removed? Savage, He-Man, and Orko, Masters of Revelation. Oh, they just have the pictures here that I could have just scrolled down for. All right, so there's the poster. So we got big stupid He-Man here and Skelegod there. So I don't know what they're doing here, but I have zero interest in watching any of these episodes. But it's coming out November 23rd if you guys want to watch. Yeah, Skeletor's a bad guy. Footloose, right? I'm going to check out those links real quick. Let's see what that crap is all about. Oh, no, that's drivel. Yeah, so we saw the poster, so that was pretty much the crux of that. I don't know. I have zero faith in anything Kevin Smith does anymore. He's gone really woke, and he did that for a paycheck, and it was obvious. And they've really, really crapped all over the franchise, and I think that really sucks. And it really hurt that Kickstarter for that board game. But Mattel's really not doing well financially, so screwing the pooch on He-Man really is not going to help them any. Yeah, Evil Ferret, I think of that line quite a bit. You're not wrong, sir. You're not wrong. All right, for the final article. So Skeletor is outlawed dancing in Eternia. Yes. Board game. Yeah, they did a Kickstarter for Masters of the Universe board game. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I think you could get late pledges in. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Yeah, you can still pledge. Bring it up on screen because I think this thing looks so fucking badass. Yeah, I kind of went nerding out on this a couple times now, so bear with me. But yeah, this is a Kickstarter board game. You can do late pledges. You can buy the main pledge or the Defender one or the all-in one. I personally would just go with the Defender one. But check out all this cool shit you get. It's a minis game. So you get the cardstock boards, all this stuff, bunch of figures. But look, the important thing is, like, this is the $110 one. You get the characters and some bad guys. We'll look at the minis here in a second. But these are the stretch goals. You got Buzz Off, Mechanex, Snout Spout, Extendar, Mossman, Clamp Champ, Rokon, Stondar, Roboto, Fisto on Strider, He-Man mini clones, King Grayskull, Hero, Manny Faces, Sorceress, and Zor. Then the evil guys, you've got Faker, these are all Kickstarter exclusives. Spikor, Clawful, Webstore, Blast Attack, Mosquitor, Ninjor, Zodak, Whiplash. I don't know why Zodak's in here. He's neutral. Scareglow, Lady Slither, Stinkor, Fangor, Too Bad, Skeletor, Evil Mini Clones, and Scorpia. Then you've got NPCs, which is for specific scenarios. You got Battle Cat, Panther, and Swiftwind. Then you got some plants and tokens, collector box. The daily secrets, you got King Randor, Terraclaw Skeletor, Prince Adam. The royal family are scenario ones. Terraclaw Skeletor is an actual character you could play. Bounty Hunter Trapjaw, same thing as Skeletor. Queen Marlena, Fisto, Cringer, Battle Axe He-Man, Laserlight Skeletor, Goddess Tila, Commander of Man-at-Arms, and Hurricane Hordak. The Defender Pledge gets you Assault on Castle Grayskull as well as the core game, and this cool plastic Grayskull. Yeah, it does look like somebody had a passion for this. Yeah, Cougar Knife, I had no interest in that show. Yeah, I never saw the late pledge thing before. Yeah, this thing looks fucking awesome. They also have like these other ones. The Game All In. This is the one I would actually recommend. Is the Gameplay All In, and not the I Have the Power one. Sorry, I didn't scroll down far enough. But you've got 3 other box sets here. You've got the Evil Horde, you've got the Wrath of Snake Mountain, and She-Ra and the Great Rebellion. And these have like an exclusive owl thing and the mantis thing. And they all have different bonus stuff. The mega all-in thing just has like some terrain things, which the ruins are cool, and a playmat and some dice. So where's the list of the actual? Yeah, so here's what's in the core box. You got He-Man on Battle Cat, Man-at-Arms, Tila, Orko, Ram Man, and Stratos. And bad guys got Skeletor on Panther, Triclops, Beastman, Evelyn, Trapjaw, and Merman. Then you've got some Eternian soldiers, Hoverbots, 2 Royal Guards, 2 Shadow Beasts, the components. The card art looks really good too. But this is cool mini or not, and they do Zombicide. They have fantastic quality most of the time. You can download the rule book on that link too. Did I drop the link? Yeah, I did drop the link. Okay, cool. Cut wrong and now I'm dead, right? Don't die. So there's all kinds of cool shit. There's Skelecons, Randor Guards. So they have a cardboard version of the castle that you get in this box set if you don't buy the castle, because the castle's $75 on its own. And I was nerding out about this because I think it looks fucking awesome. I wish I could paint well because this thing would be awesome. But they did daily secret reveals, all sorts of stuff. But it's expensive, like all cool mini or not stuff. But if you're going to get it, try and get it through the Kickstarter because you get all the cool Kickstarter stuff. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of their quality control because the Zombicide games are really nice. So, yeah, if that's something you're interested in, you got a couple $100 to throw at it, dude, I would probably buy it. I know I would. I'm just trying to tell myself I want. All right. Now let's look at our last article. This is from Complex. Disney shares new trailer for Home Sweet Home Alone. You can see I've been watching a lot of Kevin Samuels. There's terrifying racial caricature Mace Windu. The trailer's actually in here, so I'll drop the link if you guys want to watch it. It looks like a lazy knockoff of the original with some like tubby body positive kid. That kid needs to do some sit-ups. It's a big day for news of the franchise revisiting Variety. On the same morning as the unveiling of the long-awaited Scream trailer, which I haven't watched yet, but I'm excited about, Disney and 20th Century Studios have come through with a look at Home Sweet Home Alone, the film billed as a reimagining of the Home Alone franchise, set to debut on November 12th exclusively on Disney+. Now, the girl that played the redheaded chick on The Office, the dumb one, she's one of the bad guys in this. So when they finally get a ginger, they make her evil. Dirty Grandpa's Dan Mazer directs the new holiday comedy, which boasts a script based on John Hughes' original from Saturday Night Live's Mike Day and Streeter Seedell. The story focuses on Max Mercer, a young boy left home alone when his family heads to Japan for the holidays. Max is tasked with keeping the family residents safe from the attempted heirloom retrieval methods of a persistent married couple. Look at that fucking post. There's some little fat kid. Okay, I don't know why this is necessary. There were 3 Home Alone movies, 2 of which were good, and you want to make a 4th one with some other random kid? Yeah, Ellie Kemper, that's her name. Starring in the latest Kid to Be Left Alone to Deal with Thieves story are Ellie Kemper, Rob Delaney, Archie Yates, a bunch of people I don't know, Kenan Thomas, Tim Simons, Pete Holmes. Pete Holmes is funny as fuck. Chris Parnell, Ali Mackey, Devin Raytrey. Raytrey, of course, previously played the role of Buzz McAllister, brother to Macaulay Culkin's Kevin in Home Alone 1 and 2. Speaking, yeah, you get the idea. But if you want to see the trailer, it's in the link. Yeah, they do have to ruin everything. They have to reimagine everything because then it can replace the original. Eventually, the originals will go away, and you'll only be left with their lazy knockoff versions. That's the goal here, I think. You just say that since Manny Faces is a Kickstarter exclusive. I wanted Manny Faces in that thing because they almost didn't have him. It was one of the last things that got unlocked. I followed that thing through the end, even though I had no participation in it whatsoever, because I wanted to see those characters. Because it was actually showing a love for Masters of the Universe, which is everything that Kevin Smith failed to do. They need to milk it for all it's worth. Yeah, they're going to see this with more and more IPs. You liked a movie? Oh, well, we're going to remake it into some woke bullshit. Oh, was there a 4th one? I don't know. I didn't know that. I know there was a 3rd one with not Kevin McAllister, and I never watched that one. But I saw the first 2 Home Alone movies, and those were great precursors to the movie that would come later on when Kevin grew up, Saw. Oh, there were 4 Home Alones already. Okay, you're right. I didn't know that. Just when you think they couldn't shit on your childhood anymore, out comes more poop. Yep. Everything you love will be crapped upon by the wokists. And that's really the lesson of the day, is that wokeism ruins everything. It's always dog shit. They could just get Macaulay Culkin and do the critic joke of his character being left home alone at his current age. Yes, absolutely. That would be a funnier movie. AVGN kick when he was doing movies. I think he covered it. Oh, yeah. I'm guessing that's the video game nerd. One of the Channel Awesome people that I know nothing about except what I saw on Mr. Medicare. I really missed that era of YouTube completely. Like completely. So yeah, I don't know why they needed to remake this, but every time they say reimagining, I just hear woke garbage. Oh, nostalgia critic. Okay. They get everything good from the past locked in a vault. Yep, that's the goal. Just like Song of the South really had nothing to do with slavery. It didn't show anybody getting whipped or any bullshit like that. If it's good, if it was a movie that's beloved, they'll remake it slightly inferior with more political messaging and lock away the originals. I'm telling you, that's the direction everything is going. That's why you have to get physical media for your stuff, or at least have it backed up on some reliable drives or whatever people do these days. So critics review on Home Alone 3. Angry Video Game Nerdy does movies. Now the old retro stuff mostly is monster movie stuff is really interesting. I don't think I've ever watched him. Like I said, I've seen the Mr. Mediker videos on those guys, and they all seem very fucked up, but never really paid any attention to their actual videos. Just isn't, I'm the wrong generation for that. Yeah, the pitch meetings were really fun for Home Alone. My wife and my best friend left me home alone. That was a great one. But I don't really have anything else. So if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to drop them in chat over the next minute, and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah. Let's see. There's not a lot of comics coming out next week. I'm really disappointed by that. So I don't know. But a lot of the stuff is just such trash. Even if it looked good, I can't take the chance. I just don't want. I don't want to justify spending money just to spend money. So I've been reading older stuff, and I think I'm going to end up doing more reviews for old comics. I'll check it out when we're done, Demon. Actually, part of the channel awesome. They were inspired by him. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to be angry every time I read something, I like comics too much for that. And same with movies. I used to love watching movies, and now I can barely tolerate the idea of going out to a theater because so much stuff is just trash now. Oh, thanks, nobody. Appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Buster. I'm going to try and do more of it. Next year, I think I'm going to do a lot more focus on older comics because there's just not that much new stuff I'm interested in. There's always probably, I assume, as long as there's comics being published, there'll be a couple of good things. But anymore, I'm just mining the past for better stuff. So I'm going to do more of those. I think there's a better entertainment value there. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out and watching the show. Oh, thanks, Buster. Love the terrible B movies. I just can't watch the woke crap. Yeah. Oh, B movies were awesome, especially in the 80s and 90s. Oh, there was so much good stuff coming out. Both in comics and B movies. So, oh yeah, dude. Elwolf, I'll try and do that. I'll probably do that on my 40 channel though, because I really need to pay more attention to that channel. It hasn't done anything in years. And I've got a bunch of stuff, like old footage and stuff I could go over and talk about. And that would probably be pretty fun. Yeah, buy a drinky thing. Yeah. Buy loot. I really like those cups, man. Those glasses. I'm really happy with those. No, not the B movie with Jerry Seinfeld. Low budget films. Bitching about things on the internet's a huge industry. I know, right? I just don't want to pay money for stuff and complain about it. It's a waste. I don't buy stuff that looks boring. I can't justify it in my head. All right. I'll give you the specific link right now, Ginger. There's my new glass. It's awesome. I love it. No jackets, pure gold. Yeah, I like making fun of stuff. I don't like getting angry when I'm reading or watching something because it just turns into like 5 minutes of me going, "Oh, fuck off." And how much of that's really gonna how much of that will people tolerate? Because I just don't have the patience for that. It's kind of a waste of my time. I mean, shit, I kind of waste my time anyway since Bad Comic Reviews isn't monetized. But for fuck's sake, I don't want to pay $4 just to get my blood pressure up. I can do that for free. Just driving in traffic. Austin sucked living in the 90s. We had 4 channels. Oh boy. Yeah, there was a lot of good TV. I just bought a couple of the Ultraman shows on DVD for like $12. Somebody had given me a gift card for Amazon, and that's what I bought with it. It was a $25 gift card. I got 2 seasons. I got Toro and Tiga, I think were the ones I got, or Ultraman Jack. I'm not sure, but I've never seen them. I've seen like parts of like episodes here and there, but I've never watched the whole series. So I got those, and they're sitting there right under Knight Rider, waiting for me to watch them. And I bought some other great low budget films that I'm excited to watch at, of all things, Dollar Tree. So yeah. Yeah, it just makes me kind of mad, Peter. It doesn't actually make me passionate. It's just annoying. Why do you not do reviews? I did reviews of B movies on Bad Movie Reviews. They got nailed with copyright every single time. That's why I don't do them anymore. Because I had to constantly fight to get the video unlocked. And that was when you could actually make money off of small channels. Where is that one? I'll drop the link for it if you want to check it out. Give me 1 second to find the channel link. Other people have taken the name since then, and that kind of pisses me off. Yeah, I reviewed, I don't know, 50 movies or so. But I constantly, like, the fuckers that own Blair Witch Project fucking came after me like 7 times. And I'm like, no, it's fair use. I am reviewing it, you fucking idiots. And it was all still images, if I remember correctly. There's a couple of them where I used clips, but I was talking about the movie, and they still came after me. There was like 1 or 2 that didn't come after me. What was less to get anything? I remember the rest of the country getting Top Gun in Austin. Got DVDs a year later, or VHS. You've seen the cartoon Star Blazers? No, I've never seen that one. I'm not really into anime. Got to go really old school public domain. Oh, you'd be surprised how many people still try and claim that, because they're like, well, I transitioned it from VHS to digital, so it's mine. And then you still got to fight with them over it. And I don't really want to give my docs out that much. Silent movies, yeah, I thought about doing silent movies where I did all the like silly voices for everything, just because I thought it was funny. But I was told it was weird, and I kind of agree. Nobody says VHS anymore, Buster. Earth Girls Are Easy. So bad it was good. Yeah, that was a silly movie. I haven't seen that in a long time. But Manos, The Hands of Fate, I did a review on that. Sisters of Death, Shocker, Slave of the Cannibal God, White Zombie, Mulva Zombie Ass Kicker is a personal favorite. Nosferatu I got hit with too for some dumbass reason. Adam Age Vampire, Rollerblade, one of my all-time favorite films, and Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Monster. City Dragon is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Yep, Cannibal, that's exactly what happened to me. I just said, fuck this. I don't need this kind of crap. I have to fight with 8 or 9 different people who are trying to claim that they own some element of the photo that I'm using, or the small video clip I use. So you try and use like I think I kept it to like 10 seconds and under, which is easily fair use. But they don't stop. Then the copyright system is fucking broken as hell on here. I think they started with Star Wars, but changed big time. Yeah, I blame the CERN Hadron Collider. Dropped us in an alternate universe. Yeah, dangerous. There's some like really innovative stuff or fun stuff you can do, but it always just kind of comes off kind of cheesy. Swamp Women, yeah, that was a treat of a movie. Damn, just caught the end of the live. Oh well, sorry, Andrew. But yeah, if you want to see the movie reviews that I did post, there's like 50 of them on there. There were a lot. I have a ton of movies, so there were going to be a lot more. But I just got tired of fighting tooth and nail every time I tried to do a review. It might be better to do it now, but I just don't have the time now because I'm already trying to work on 4 channels. They brought in all the crazy copyright bullshit under O'Buckles. Yeah. It's just not worth it. Not on YouTube. If I did it on one of the other, if I did like live streams where I talked about it and showed a couple images, maybe, because then I could take them down if they try and claim them or something like that. But yeah, the troll copyright claims and even like New Line Cinema trying to hit me for Blair Witch. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is obviously fair use. It's all still images, and I'm talking about your stupid fucking movie, which I love Blair Witch Project. Don't get me wrong. It's a great movie, but I was so tired of constantly communicating with people, and then they'd claim it again a week later after they took the claim off. Yeah, they were trying to collect ad revenue. That's exactly what it was. And if you lost the ad revenue, you never got it back. I never got any of that back. And it's frustrating dealing with it. I just don't have the time for it or the motivation or the energy, especially when you don't really make that much money off ad revenue. Now, that's why I was doing the unboxing channel, was that was more fun. And it was less stressful and, quite honestly, a little less work. And it was something I enjoy doing, which is playing board games. So that one actually did better. Shit, my laundry channel made more money than my movie review channel. Toei's going after anime reviewers, like you said. I think they have a boner for killing their brand. Yeah, and that's why I don't do manga reviews on the main channel, because I have to put them behind the paywall, because otherwise they get struck for copyright, because the Japanese are wanting the names and addresses of anybody that shows any image of theirs, because they have no fair use in Japan. Hey, sorry, Amantine. Anime reviewing is a lost cause. Japan has no respect for fair use. Yeah, exactly, Elwolf. So that's why I have to use, if I'm going to review a manga, I have to put it on the Patreon, so it's not in the public, so they're not going to come after me. Otherwise, they'll strike my channel, and I'm not about to do that, either for anime or manga. Now, I keep saying I'm going to try and read some manga, but I'm not going to review it on here because I'm not getting struck. Yeah, Hellraisers. When you're a kid, they're way scarier. I haven't seen those in a while. I should watch those. I've been meaning to watch Basket Case again. I haven't seen that in ages. Love that movie. So goofy. There's a lot of great B movies. I definitely need to do a B movie stream. Yeah, that's the Bad Movie Reviews channel that died a sad, lonely death, and it just lingers out there. Every now and then, somebody will ask me about it. Yeah, Hasbro's nasty too, Elwolf. But yeah, that's why I don't mess with cartoons or manga or even movies anymore. It's just not worth it. If I do a movie review stream or something, I'm just going to put the advertising poster up, talk about the film, and then move on to the next one. Because there's no way I'm wasting time fighting with that shit anymore. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for the donation, Cirque. Always appreciated. You guys are awesome. If you haven't, be sure to hit like and subscribe and all that stuff. So anyone know where I can find a full Sailor Moon Abridged series? Oh, I don't know anything about that. The Great Actors and Terrible Movies live stream. Oh, yeah. I actually own a copy of the movie that Emilia Clarke first appeared in, Triassic Attack. I had to order it out of fucking Korea. It's in Korean now because it's got all the subtitles and shit. No worries, Buster. No worries at all, man. But you guys have a great night. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the support. Check out the new glasses on the Teespring and all the other goofy crap I've got up there if you want to buy something. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one, guys. Have a good night.